Hi, this is Aaron and Linda with Traveling Flamingo, and today we're going aboard Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. With these mega ships, it's easy to get overwhelmed with how much there is and everything else that's on board. So we're going to walk you through all the decks to help you prepare for your trip. All that and more coming right up. The Allure of the Seas is an Oasis-class ship owned and operated by Royal Caribbean. These Oasis-class ships are the largest passenger vessels ever in service. The Allure is the second ship made in the Oasis class, and about 40 millimeters or 2 inches bigger than her sister ship, the Oasis of the Seas. In addition to these ships, there's also the Harmony of the Seas, which was built in 2016, the Symphony of the Seas, built in 2018, and still under construction, the Wonder of the Seas, planned for 2022, and again, there is one to be announced, which is speculated to launch in 2024. Being the world's largest ship, there is a lot to do on board, and it's broken up into 7 different neighborhoods. We're going to take you through all of them. As the second Oasis-class ship, the Allure was supposed to get refreshed in 2020. However, due to the pandemic, it's been delayed indefinitely. This refresh will add many of the newest features on the Oasis-class ships, like the Ultimate Abyss Dry Slide, Bionic Bar, and much more. For the ship tour, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top deck. On each deck, we're also going to start at the front of the ship and work our way back.
So let's get started. Beginning on deck 2, which is the lowest deck, this is the tendering area that you will visit if you need to tender when you're at port. This is also where you will find the medical center. There are doctors and nurses on call 24 hours a day. If you do require treatment at the medical center, it does cost extra, and general health insurance policies do not always cover it. You will need to have cruise health insurance for that.
Now on to deck 3. At the front of the ship is the Amber Theater, which is a massive 2,160-seat theater where they show Broadway-style musicals and host other live events. On our sailing, they had a full production of Mamma Mia. These are very popular, and you can also pre-book them in your cruise app, so be sure to check it out and make sure you do book because it gets really busy. As you move back, you come to the conference center that can fit up to 300 people and can be divided into smaller rooms. There are cabins on this floor, both inside and ocean view staterooms. At the aft of the ship is where the lowest level of the main dining room is. The MDR is the largest we've ever been in. It is 3 stories and has a capacity of over 3,000 people. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We did enjoy our meals here. The crew was amazing and very helpful. I really enjoyed the French onion soup, and I enjoyed coming down for a calm table service breakfast.
As we move up to deck 4 at the front of the ship is the Royal Theatre Level 2. As we continue back, we come to the entertainment place where there are a few smaller venues. Blaze is a comedy club which turns into a disco at night with a large dance floor, and there's a full-service bar. Jazz on Floor is a small club that can accommodate just under 100 people. The theming is really cool with big comfy seats. It offers a nice intimate space to enjoy some music with friends. Comedy Live is an adult-only comedy club that has live performers. The theming is really cool as you walk through the doors into the club with the map of the British Tube on the ceiling. You then come to Studio B, the ice rink theater. This was definitely a first for us. We had never watched a skating show at sea before, and on port days they allowed us to skate on the rink. It is a lot of fun and definitely worth checking out. This is also the floor the casino is on, and you need to use the aft elevators to access it.
I just wanted to pop in here and thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to our channel and say that we have a ton of cruising videos. Specifically, if you like Royal Caribbean, we do have 2 videos about everything that's free on board from a food perspective and from an entertainment perspective. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe because there will be many more videos like this. And lastly, check out those videos at the end of this one. Also, for those who might be interested, we're going to put some affiliate links to things that we really think you need to have on any cruise that you go on. Firstly, a USB port charger. This thing has multiple ports on it, lets you charge all your USB things like cell phones. Also, some night lights. Sometimes these rooms can be very, very dark when you're at night, and you might need a night light to let you know where you're going. So there's a few little night light buttons there. And lastly, something that it's travel safe that allows you to, if you got cameras, you got other things that you're taking with you, it's a little multi-tool that is cruise line safe that you can use. So if you're interested in any of those things, we will put a link in the description below. These will be affiliate links, but if you're not interested, don't click on them. Thank you very much. Let's continue up to deck 5, where things start to get really busy. As we continue past the front elevators, we come to the Royal Promenade, which is the first neighborhood that we come to on our tour. They're similar to the Royal Esplanade on the Quantum class ships. There's a lot going on in the Royal Promenade, and we're going to continue from front to aft. There is On Air Club, which is a sports bar, which has lots of TVs on the outside and sort of updates of all the different sporting events. The space is also used in daytimes for things like bingo or trivia. In the evening, it's a karaoke bar. There's also the first Starbucks we've ever seen at sea. They have their famous coffees and treats, but this is it's not really included in your coffee package. You're going to have to buy them separately. Boleros is a Latin-themed lounge and nightclub. There's comfortable seats, a dance floor, and a stage for performances. If you like mojitos and margaritas, this is the Promenade Bar for you. If you want to get some Royal Caribbean merchandise or forget any must-haves, check out the Promenade shops. There's also a duty-free, which is always popular. Bow and Stern is a traditional pub. On our sailing, it was reduced capacity, so they're only serving alcohol and no food, which was a bit weird for a pub. We do enjoy the pub, so we were a little disappointed that there was no food there, but there's no shortage of dining or bars on this ship. The decor is great with dark wood, booths, and faux outdoor seating. Sorrento's Pizza has fresh-made pizzas for lunch and dinner. It's also open until 3 a.m. if you are feeling snackish late at night. It looks like a traditional pizzeria with brick walls and art on the tables, very New York style. This is an included dining location, and we enjoyed pizza here and think it's definitely worth checking out. There's a Coke freestyle machine just outside if you're looking to fill your drink on this deck. There's also the Next Cruise location where you can book your future cruise, usually with a deal, and more shopping including Kate Spade. Then you come to Cafe Promenade. This is another included dining location which is open 24 hours a day for snacks and drinks. This is also one of the locations where you would use your coffee card. So if you get a coffee card, this is where you can use it. There's also included coffee, tea, water all day. We enjoyed sitting here with a snack and watching the action in the promenade. Another iconic element of the Allure of the Seas is the Rising Tide Bar. This is a first-at-sea moving bar. The bar travels 3 decks from the promenade up to the 5th deck to Central Park on the 8th deck. There's a full-service bar. We definitely recommend taking a ride up on it. It's very quick, or down, of course, if you prefer. It takes about less than 10 minutes. The last bar that we have on the promenade is the Champagne Bar. This is a small bar that has martinis, champagne, wine, and you can purchase by the glass or bottle. Past the aft elevators, we come to the 2nd floor of the main dining room, and here you can get views outside or overlooking the bottom level.
So that was a lot on deck 5. Let's move up to deck 6. At the front of the ship is the main floor of the fitness center.
The spa offers a variety of different treatments, a beauty salon, a separate teen spa area, which is really interesting. The gym is a good size with different cardio machines, free weights, and weight machines, and has windows on the side, which I really like while working out because you're not staring at a wall. There's also access to the running track, which is very nice. The running track is huge and runs the entire way around the ship. There are 2 lanes, and 2.4 laps is 1 mile. If you like sitting in the back of the boat, there are also a few seats at the aft of the track, so you can enjoy views closer to the water. We went here a few times when the water was getting pretty choppy. The Vitality Cafe is open for breakfast and lunch and has some complimentary food, as well as a la carte smoothies and protein shakes. As we leave the spa, there is more seating for the theater. This is the 3rd and top level, which seats over 300 people.
There are more rooms on this floor, including interior rooms, junior balcony suites, ocean view balcony, and more. Just before the aft elevators, we have what I'll call a little lookout area with stairs to the promenade. There's also a schooner's bar, and a schooner is a sailing ship with 2 or more masts. This bar is filled with nautical touches. Here you can find live performances as well as Sudoku contests. Across from schooner is Focus and the shore excursion desk. Focus is the photo gallery and shop. This is where you can get your photos that were taken by photographers on board. The shop sells duty-free equipment and accessories, and the photographer was sharing with us that they actually get bonuses based on the number of photos taken, not purchased, so feel free to have all your pictures taken. As we move back past the aft elevators, we come to a very unique neighborhood called the Boardwalk. Here you'll find all the fun you would at a boardwalk on land and more. There's food, bars, entertainment, and more. First, we come to the Boardwalk Donuts. This was included in your cruise fare. On our sailing, they're only open for breakfast, but it's usually open from 7 to 7 and has a variety of donuts as well as coffee and tea. Some of the donuts you can find in the buffet, but there were a few unique ones to hear. This is definitely worth checking out at least once on your trip, and if your room is near the boardwalk, it's a great easy location to grab a coffee in the morning. Another little quick service location that's included in your cruise fare is Boardwalk Doghouse. Here you can get a variety of different hot dogs and sausages. We were a little disappointed by the lack of side options when we went here, but it's a great location if you want to enjoy a sausage in the sun. Next is Cups and Scoops. This is an additional charge. Here you can purchase frozen yogurt, shakes and sundaes, and cupcakes. It's cute and well themed. I just find that there's enough treats that are included that this isn't where I would choose to spend my money. In the middle of all the action is a handcrafted carousel. This is included in your cruise fare and you can ride it as many times as you want. How often do you get to ride a carousel at sea? Pinwheels, Candy Beach, and Star Pier are all shops that you can buy toys, candy, and more. You can also find a small arcade on the boardwalk that is pay to play. As we move our way back on the boardwalk, we come to 2 dining locations. Johnny Rockets, which is a specialty 50s themed restaurant and is an additional charge. There are burgers, hot dogs, milkshakes. If you come for breakfast because you want to enjoy the atmosphere, it is complimentary from 7:30 to 10. The other restaurant that's also a specialty dining location is called Sabre Taqueria and Bar. Lunch is slightly cheaper than dinner if you want to check it out. They specialize in fresh Mexican food and a selection of tequilas. We did see a lot of people coming in here just for a drink, so even if you don't have a reservation, you can come by, grab a drink, and enjoy the atmosphere. Another unique feature to Royal Caribbean is the Aqua Theater. This is an outdoor amphitheater where they do water shows. They have some great shows with high divers, aerialists, and gymnasts. We recommend that you book a reservation in advance, but be aware that it is an outdoor theater, so it could get canceled due to weather. That was the second neighborhood on our tour of the Allures of the Seas.
On to Deck 7, which is primarily staterooms. This is the first floor where we see staterooms with an interior balcony. These rooms do have a view of the promenade area. I'd be interested to know how loud these rooms can be, as there generally is a lot of live entertainment in the promenade, which is great, but when you're trying to sleep, maybe not the best. When we were booking, the cost of these rooms was not much less than a regular ocean view balcony and a lot more than the interior room. Also, on Deck 7, all the way to the aft of the ship is 2 rock climbing walls. These are no additional cost, and the equipment is provided. You need to be 6 years or older to use the rock climbing wall.
Up on Deck 8 at the front of the ship is staterooms. As you move past the forward elevators, we come to our third neighborhood, Central Park. This is a nice and relaxing area with lots of seating, real trees, plants, live entertainment, some shops, and dining. As you enter, there are a couple of shops like Coach and Regalia. Vintages is a wine bar where you can purchase wine and champagne by the glass or bottle. They also have small appetizers that you pay a la carte. Next to Vintages is Giovani's Table, the Italian specialty restaurant. They're open for lunch and dinner. Again, lunch is slightly cheaper if you want to give it a try. It's not a large restaurant, which seats just under 100 people, so be sure to make reservations ahead of time. Across from Giovani's Table is the Park Cafe, and this location is included. This is a deli-style restaurant with indoor and outdoor seating. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and offer custom-made salads and French sandwiches and paninis. This is the second coffee bar location if you purchased a coffee card that you can use it. There is no freestyle Coke machine inside, so be sure to stop at the bar just outside the restaurant to refill your drink before you head in. The other bar is Trellis Bar, and it has some outdoor seating to enjoy the atmosphere. This is also the top floor of the Rising Tide Bar, so you can get on or off on this deck. Before you leave Central Park, you will come to 2 more specialty restaurants. Chop's Grille is a steakhouse that's open for lunch and dinner and is an additional charge. This is a very popular restaurant, so reservations are highly recommended. They serve steak, seafood, short ribs, lobster, and more. The other restaurant is 150 Central Park. They are open for dinner, and when we sailed, they cost $40 per person. There's a good variety of food, including pan-roasted halibut, braised short rib, poulet chicken, and more. As we continue to the aft of the ship, past the elevators, we come to Dazzles. This is a 2-story entertainment space which functions as a nightclub as well as live entertainment during the day. The views from here are amazing. Even if you're not interested in the nightclub, it'd be worth stopping in during the day for the live entertainment. The rest of Deck 8 is Staterooms. This is the first floor of the boardwalk view balconies. I think these would be the nicest of the interior balconies, as you get some natural light, unlike the Promenade balconies, and you're also near the back of the ship so you can see the water.
Over to Deck 9, which is mainly cabins. You have full selection staterooms, including aqua theater suites with large balconies. These are amazing. If you can afford them, they're amazing. They have great views out of the back of the ship and a little bit out of our price range, but we would love to try it sometime. On this deck, you also have the second floor of Dazzles. Deck 10 is just staterooms. Deck 11 is mainly staterooms. There are a couple of locations that we wanted to point out. On this deck, you can find the library if you're interested in reading. The Diamond Club is also on Deck 11. Aft, and this is a 2-story full-service bar exclusively for Diamond and Pinnacle Club passengers. Deck 12 is all staterooms and the second floor of the Diamond Club. Now we're on Deck 14. At the front of the ship is where you're going to find the kids area. Adventure Ocean is the kids' neighborhood with lots of age-appropriate activities and rooms. This is by far the most intense kid area that we've seen on a cruise ship yet. The programs are offered for kids from 6 months to 11 years old and are broken into 4 groups with their own rooms. In Adventure Ocean, there are playrooms, a theater, science lab, workshop, imagination studio, nursery, and arcade. If you have kids, then you'll want to check this out on embarkation day so you can get your schedule of activities. Our friend's son loves going in the kids' clubs and on cruise ships to meet other kids and try different activities. The rest of the deck is more staterooms. If you think your kids will want to be at Adventure Ocean, a lot of this might be a good floor for you to be on, and you might want to sort of locate your stateroom near it if you're going to be there often.
Now we're on to Deck 15, which is where we spent most of our time during the day. Starting at the front of the ship is the Solarium. This is the adult-only area with a pool and hot tubs. It is 2 stories with floor-to-ceiling windows. There are nice, large, comfy chairs with palm trees, and it gives a nice tropical feeling. On the second floor, there's a bar with all your beverage needs. This is a popular location, and even on our quiet sailing, we did have to get seats upstairs. The Solarium Bistro is just inside the Solarium. For breakfast and lunch, they offer complimentary food. The breakfast was really nice. It was relaxing and had great views. I would definitely go back here over the main buffet. In the evening, it becomes Samba Grille, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. On our sailing, it costs $30 per person, but there's a great selection of food. Check out our review for tips. When you leave the Solarium, on both sides, there are a large infinity whirlpool. There are TVs and some fun lighting. We would say that it would be worth checking these out in the evening. They were the best night whirlpools on the ship. As we pass the front elevators, we come to the pool deck. There are 3 different pools and a kid pool area. The first of the 2 pools are the beach pool, which is painted like a beach with a gradual entry. It is salt water and there's umbrellas for shade. This is the most popular pool. Across from that is the main pool, which has stadium-style seating. Then you have the pool and sand bar to get all your drinks while relaxing in the sun. This is also where the towel pickup and return is. The pool next to the main pool is the sports pool. This is where you can enjoy volleyball and water aerobics. This side of the ship is also the side of the smoking section, so just be aware if that's an issue for you. Across from the sports pool is the H2O zone, which is the kids section. There's a splash pool and 2 mini slides, a whirlpool, water cannons, and more. To keep your energy going, right next to the H2O zone is the self-serve ice cream. As we continue back, just on the other side of the aft elevators, there are 2 shops. Sea Trek shop sells professional water sports gear, and passengers can sign up for scuba diving classes. The other shop is Breeze, which sells sunglasses, poolwear, and more. So if you got your swimsuit, check them out. Once you pass the aft elevators, you come to the youth zone. This area is for teens aged 12 to 17. In here, youth can find a lounge, club, an arcade, and an outdoor dedicated hangout area. This area is open to youth until 1 a.m. and teens can come and go as they please. Similar to the kids zone, we recommend checking it out on embarkation day so you can see what activities are going to be happening on your cruise. Just outside of the youth zone, there are a couple ping pong tables. There were some fun tournaments held here, and it's a nice opportunity to get to meet other people. Whipeout Cafe is a great place to grab some food while enjoying the pool and sports deck. This is included, and they have mainly barbecue, fast food, burgers, pizzas, fries, and cookies. There is also a freestyle Coke machine to refill your drinks, and of course there's an ice cream machine. This ship had the most ice cream machines we've ever had on a cruise ship. There are 2 other activities we come to on this deck. Allure Dunes is the 9-hole mini golf course, and this is open 24 hours a day. And we really did see people playing all day, but I would recommend in the evening when the sun is not as hot. The last is the sports court, which is a full-size basketball court. There are different events held here throughout the cruise, like volleyball, soccer, pickleball, and more. These are a lot of fun. Again, they're great to participate in or just watch.
At the aft of Deck 15 is also where you enter some of the fun for Deck 16. The front is the second floor of the Solarium, including the Solarium bar. The rest of the deck, from the front elevators to the aft, is just a great sun deck. It's kind of a Lido deck with some loungers and great views of the pool, and off the sides of the ship you can see everything going on. There are a couple of small bars up here as well, the Sky Bar and the Mast Bar, so if you are relaxing or walking around, you can pop in here and grab a drink. This is also a great spot to come for embarkation and disembarkation from ports, as you'll have great views. As we continue to the aft of the ship, past the elevators is Windjammer Marketplace. This is the buffet on board the Allure of the Seas. There are different warm and cold stations, including vegetarian dishes, fast food, barbecue, seafood, and more. There is a Coke freestyle machine, so if you do have the Coke package or the beverage package, remember to bring your cup. There's also complimentary tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and some juices. They are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. To get to the last bit of Deck 16, you access it through the sports deck on Deck 15. This is the Flow Rider, Zipline, and Whipeout bar. There are 2 Flow Riders on the Allure of the Seas. These are surf simulators, and they're complimentary, so there's no additional charge. You just might have to wait in a bit of a line. For an additional charge, you can book private surfing lessons. There are a couple sets of bleachers to sit on, and you can watch all the action. So even if you are not wanting to do some of the surfing, you can grab a drink at the Whipeout bar and watch the action. This is another great spot when disembarking from different ports. Up here is the zip line. It's also complimentary and takes you over the boardwalk from Deck 15 to 16. There's a weight requirement that you need to be between 75 and 275 pounds. Linda really enjoyed these experiences that were included for your cruise fare. We found the quietest times was later in the day when people were getting ready for dinner or during port days.
At the front of the ship on Deck 17 is the Suite Sun Deck. This is a private sun deck lounge and bar for suite guests. In the mid of Deck 17 is the Suite Lounge, which is an indoor observation lounge for Grand Suite and above guests. There is a stage for live performers, a buffet, and a self-service bar. Next to the Suite Lounge is Costal Kitchen. This is another exclusive location for Grand Suite and above guests. It can only seat 55 and has floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the pool decks towards the front of the ship. We've heard amazing things about this restaurant, so if you're lucky enough to have access on your sailing, we recommend checking it out.
On to the last deck. This is Deck 18. This is the top and final deck. Here you have the mezzanine level of the loft suites from rooms 1702 to 1756. And if you've ever stayed in one of these, let us know what you think. They look gorgeous, but they're a bit out of our price range. So overall, we really enjoyed exploring the different neighborhoods on the ship. We were not bored of it when the cruise ended. There's lots of free entertainment to enjoy and so much food. Even though the neighborhoods were beautiful at times, we miss the windows. One of the problems you have on this ship is outside of the restaurants are suites, or balconies, so you don't actually get any views in Central Park. A lot of the restaurants here don't really have a great view of the water, which is sort of unfortunate. especially with the Ground Plaza and the Central Park areas. You'll notice that. So there you have it. That is everything you need to know about the Allure of the Seas. This is everything on the ship, and we hope that this video has helped you plan out your vacation, to identify the things you really want to do, and maybe even help figure out where your suite should be. So thank you very much for watching. You've made it this far into a very long video. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you and happy travels.